Ever catch yourself spiraling in self-doubt, blaming others, or just stuck in inaction? That was me too, until I discovered a framework shift that changed everything. It's called the power shift. And in 5 minutes, I'll show you how to take your power back. I am Coach Saul. Welcome to our Performance Edge Weekly Wisdom, where spirit drives performance. Today, we are going to talk about a framework that allows people to take their power back from being reactive, from being victim or passive, to being proactive, to being empowered and constructive. I call it the reclaim code or the power shift. So in the first part, we are going to see why we stay in a plateau position. And second, I'll share with you the power shift. It's a 3-step framework to reclaim your power. And last, I'll show you an example how it applies and how you can do it as well. Ready? Let's dive in. So first, let's face it. It's so easy and tempting to be sitting in a passenger seat of your circumstances and events. What do I mean? Sometimes we might want to realizing it because it's the easiest thing to do. In a way, we all fall into a reactive pattern, blaming, withdrawing, waiting for someone else to change first. It's easy to feel like life is happening to us. But here's the truth. At times, being passive feels safe, but it's silently stealing your power away. The truth is you're not powerless. You're just stuck in an old frame. So regardless whether you've been wrong or not, if you keep blaming or pointing fingers at someone, you are giving your power. So the greatest of all time and the high performer in all culture, they know how to turn around. And that's what I'm going to share right now in 3 easy steps. And I call it the power shift framework. The first thing is to catch yourself. Basically, it's raising your awareness so that you can break the autopilot mode you've been stuck in. So the easiest way is to simply ask yourself a question, is what story am I telling myself? Right? Catch your frame, catch yourself the frame you're in. So the second step is, I call it the reclaim pivot. This is basically the doorway to change, which is all about ownership. And it's not about blame. This is about pivoting and asking yourself, how am I contributing to this event? For example, instead of saying, why am I passive? Ask yourself, how am I contributing to being passive? Why and how am I making myself passive? First step is being able to take a proactive step. It doesn't have to be moving mountains or unrooting trees. It can just be basically a shift, micro movement, even just taking a breath, creating a boundary, making a decision. So you ask yourself the simple question, what is one next step I can take to move forward and be closer to my goals? Let's give a simple example that you can relate with. When I was in corporate America, in some toxic environments, I felt like I didn't have a voice. I used to avoid tough conversation like a plague, literally. I would say they will never listen anyway. I was in a victim mode. So when I really raised my awareness, I pause and ask myself, how am I making myself voiceless? Here, and boom, just that simple question is a power shift. And so what I did, I scheduled a conversation. I showed up clear and calm. That moment, guess what it was? Game changer. So I hope you can clearly see now that the power shift or reclaim code is not about being perfect. It's about being present and owning your part with courage and compassion. So today I want to keep it short, and if you want to continue the conversation with me, please sign up to our brand new community, Performance Edge Weekly Wisdom, and the link is right there below. And if you get access to more tips and relevant answers to your real problems, and if you have any issue you want me to address, you can submit them in the comments or request a specific video at www.quantumdo.com/video. Or if you want to keep it confidential with non-disclosure agreement, please send an email to support@quantumdo.com. So before I leave you today, what are your thoughts? Next time, if you feel stuck or just in a spiral pattern, ask yourself, what if I'm more powerful than this moment? What if I'm more powerful than what I think? What if I'm more powerful than what I feel? So use the power shift and reclaim your power back. If this resonated with you today, make one action change. Let's talk about it. And if this hit home, drop a comment and share. And click the link to subscribe for more Performance Edge Weekly Wisdom. Together, let's build a life where spirit drives performance. And now, do not forget, failure is a necessary prerequisite to human excellence. Till next time, live your truth. And now, Coach Saul out.